Hey, this is Craig Ford, Mayor of Gadsden. First of all, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I hadn't had a Mayor's Minute in a while just because I've been under the weather a little bit, and if I cough, please forgive me. But I think everybody else has been under the weather too like that. So we'll all get through this and enjoy the holiday season. I want to address something that's been a topic of conversation in the news lately, the University of Alabama Center, which is adjacent to City Hall. First of all, I want you to know my wife got 3 degrees from there, and we appreciate them and all the contributions they've done to the city of Gadsden, and not only just the city of Gadsden, but the surrounding areas, and also their employees that work there. I have some personal friends there, and they do an excellent job, and we want to thank them for all the contributions they've given to the educators in the city of Gadsden. There's one thing out there I want everybody to understand. They no longer teach graduate courses at that center. Since COVID in 2020, they stopped teaching graduate courses. So it has been a pre-K program ever since then. Do we need a pre-K program? Absolutely we do. And we were hoping they were going to stay. However, when I took office, I made a decision that everybody would have to start paying their fair share for rent. And because a lot of buildings were given to people to utilize their businesses for $1 a year, and the city was having to maintain the insurance, the upkeep, changing the doorknobs, fixing the roof, cutting the grass, and etc. And that was the type of lease they had over there. So we have worked with everybody. There were about 18 of those leases. It took us 2 years to get through to get people to say, okay, hey, I don't want to pay rent, or either A, I'll pay a reasonable rent or a reduced rent, because we didn't want to lose whatever within these buildings. So we offered them a reduced rent. A going rate for that building on price per square foot would have been around $28,000 a month. Well, I knew that was unreasonable, so I made an offer of $3,000 a month to them to try to stay there, and then them start picking up the utilities and et cetera and the maintenance. They chose not to do so. We negotiated even down, tried to even $1,000 a month. They still chose not to do so. So, you know, that's okay. Unfortunately, we're losing them. However, we still support our other pre-K programs throughout the city of Gadsden and always will. But it was kind of an unfair advantage to a pre-K program that actually takes tuition down the road to some other businesses when the city's offering free rent and et cetera to another organization. But I want the message to be known that, hey, we appreciate them and we appreciate their employees and what they've done for everyone in the education world. But please keep in mind, they no longer taught graduate classes there since the year 2020. Now, on to other things. Man, Christmas is booming. It's going crazy in Gadsden. One thing, we made the top 150 of places in the country to celebrate your Christmas time with Christmas at the Falls. I think we're number 98 or 94. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. We made the list, and that was exciting. And kudos to Brandon up at the Falls and Christina and all her staff for what they do. Just to let you know, we've already shattered the record, which we broke last year. That money generates over $1.1 million. We're projecting $1.4 million this year, and that money has been going right back into the falls like it was intended to do so. And we're renovating the campground, which will be open March the 1st, and it'll be $14 million that had been injected into the campground by the time we open. One thing we're excited about is the animal habitat at the falls is open, and while you ride the Christmas train, you can get off and ride and walk down and pet the animals, hold an alligator if you want to, or a crocodile. I'm not sure what the difference is. They both look vicious, but we have a friendly one, and I got my picture made with him, and we got some sloths and et cetera. And man, I don't know, it's magical up there. It's just a magical time to spend Christmas with your family and friends. The next thing we have is Christmas on the Coosa, the ice skating next to Marina Park. Y'all, that's taking off like a jet plane, kicking it in 5th gear. It's packed every night. Doesn't mean you can't skate, because we only allow so many people on the ice to skate. It's free to go to stand around and watch. There's campfires, there's rocking chairs. We have Frosty's Bar, and we have 3 food vendors, food trucks down there selling hot chocolate and some waffle fries, etc. And it's just a fun, neat experience, very inexpensive way to spend a night at Christmas, and especially if you're looking for a fun date. What a great date. And ice skating on real ice, and our skating pad is only a few square feet smaller than Rockefeller Center. So that's something beautiful to be seen, and our brand new Christmas tree. We're excited about that tree, and we've had a lot of compliments on it. It helps light up Rainbow Drive. Highway 411, and I see people all the time taking Christmas photos up there for their Christmas cards. I decided I wanted to do something this year and order these Christmas balls. Some people thought I was crazy, and I said, no, I want to do it. I want to spice up Broad Street, and we ordered some sets of the 4 Christmas balls, similar to what New York City has, but about half the size. And man, we've been seeing pictures and posts on Facebook like crazy. So all we're trying to do is take your tax dollars and put it back into your city and make the quality of life a better place. And not only that, it's attracted a lot of tourists to come in, and those tourists that come in spend money, and we get the taxes and we put the money back into the system. So it's just been a lot of fun. We want to talk about the Techtrix down on Tuscaloosa Avenue. That's where the business was that the gentleman passed away. The EPA came in, notified us that had cyanide in the building, and to let you know, our goal was to get it done by January 1, all the cyanide out of the building. They've notified us it'll be done by January 6. So I want to thank the EPA for working with us and listening to us and then cooperating with us, with the residents and the neighbors. And I want to thank the people from District 3 and in that area for understanding and showing up to the community meeting we had. I think we had 150 people there, and they asked a lot of valuable questions. I want you to know that your area is safe. We've monitored that on a daily, hourly, minute-by-minute basis. We have video footage of everything that goes on there, security guards, police, and we patrol it, and now all that cyanide will be out of here. We've asked the EPA, and they've also agreed to do this. They're going to dig down into the earth to make sure there's no more contamination. We don't think there is, but it all looks good, and all that's cleaned up, and now that chapter's behind us. So we're excited about that. We also have named a new fire chief. We've had a great fire chief, and Chief Will Reed. He went to the county 911. Good friend of ours, excellent fire chief, did a lot for the city of Gadsden, and we thank him for his service. And we want to thank the Gadsden Civil Service Board for naming Vance Brown our new fire chief. Vance and I actually coached softball together a long time ago, and he's a local guy from Gadsden, Alabama, lives on Nakalula Mountain, been with the fire department 23 years and has an impeccable record, and I'm telling you, I couldn't ask for a better fire chief. We had some great candidates from within our department, and they all were qualified, and I'll say that, and I mean that sincerely. But the Civil Service Board was able to pick the fire chief, and we're excited about that. And Vance he'll make a great fire chief, and he's about to take us to the next level with some new fire departments, and we're about to get some new equipment, and we're all excited about Vance's future with the city of Gadsden leading our fire department. So the last thing I want to say is, hey, it's the holiday season. Even though I've been sick, you might have been sick, there's a lot of people that may be watching this that's had a loved one pass away during this time of year in the past, or somebody's sick right now, or it just seems like during the holiday season, unfortunately, it seems like there's a lot of people that may pass away during this time. I want us to think of our neighbors, and I want us to reach out to them, and I want us to be a good neighbor to them, and remember what we are all about in Gadsden. We take care of each other. And Gadsdenites, we're stronger than anybody I know. And just if you see somebody in need, I went to the Salvation Army today, cut a ribbon. Ronnie Watkins donated over 100 bicycles. The City Hall employees have taken care of over 75 families, picked off these angel things off the tree at Salvation Army, took care of a family of 7, and that was the City Hall employees, and I want to thank them. But there's a lot of people in need out there, and I want us to make sure we take care of our neighbor, and that's what the holiday season is all about. So what I want to do is wish you a very Merry Christmas. I want you to be safe, and I want you to gear up for a great year in January 1. We got some great news still coming out. We just opened the bids for City Hall. That's going to start taking place. The hotel development's coming here. The new complex on Megan's coming. So we got some great news we're announcing, and things are spinning like a hamster wheel here. So I want you to have a Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This is Mayor Craig Ford.